Suffering from low back pain? Please listen closely. We may have the solution you've been looking for. This is Back Pain Breakthrough.
Cecil and Alyssa struggled continuously with back pain, almost to the point of disability. Then they learned about spinal decompression therapy, how it targets and eliminates the underlying cause of back pain, and began their prescribed treatment program, and their lives have forever changed for the better. Cecil's and Alyssa's pain lessened with each treatment, and within a short time, they were able to go back to a normal life.
I called to set up an appointment. The staff was very friendly. I got in right away.
They instructed me on what was going to happen, and they showed me the equipment.
I came in the next day actually, and was able to get on the bed.
And basically it was the most relaxing procedure I've ever been through. They gave you an option of holding on if you were afraid, so that you could let your hands go and you weren't attached to the apparatus. So to me that was a big comfort, that I knew that if it was painful that I could control that myself.
A lot of the other patients that I noticed there as well, some of them really had debilitating back problems, and they were very friendly though, and they seemed to also enjoy the therapy and notice improvements as well over time.
The treatment was so relaxing that the guy had to come over and ask me to quit snoring a couple of times. So it is really a relaxing treatment. They're very helpful. They seem very concerned about how you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Anybody that's had back problems knows that one day it can be bad, the next day you can be doing a little better, and the next day it can be bad again. So every day that you come in, they ask you how you're doing. They record what your pain level is, where the pain level is located at, and they seem to really be concerned. To me it was like they've had back problems themselves, and in life I've noticed that nobody can really appreciate back pain unless they've had it. And each one of the people that I've dealt with there have been a treat to deal with. The relief is so great that you just can't wait for your next treatment, honestly.
By my second treatment, I started to feel a significant amount of relief. Definitely by my final treatment, I was feeling great, and I could get back to the things that I could do before. I'm able to work as long as I need to without pain, and I can work with my children at home in their everyday routines, and I don't have any problems now.
Life now is a lot better. I think about what I used to go through and the pain that used to be there. I find myself still guarding, but I think it's more of habit than it is anything else. After doing that for a few years, it's hard to break that habit. But I find myself, I have the ability to reach down and tie my shoes. I think about it, but when I get there, there's no pain. I'm able to bend over and pick things up. I think probably what I'm doing now, I'm picking things up smarter, which I should have done all along. And they teach you there also how to do that. They teach you to pick things up, what kind of exercises to do. And so I'm incorporating that in my life with no pain in the process. And it has changed my life for the better. I mean, I don't worry about doing things like I used to, but I have to work and concentrate and think it's okay now to do those things. Once you feel like you can be free, you can move around again, and you don't have to worry about things, and that you're not going to be laid up in bed for a week, it really changes your whole outlook on life.
And there are literally thousands of success stories just like Cecil's and Alyssa's, thanks to spinal decompression therapy. And when you compare it to some of the other available back pain treatment options, you begin to see why spinal decompression therapy should be your first option for treating back pain. And when other back pain treatments fail, doctors often feel obligated to prescribe surgery, many times because they don't know what else to do. The rate of spinal surgery in the United States is roughly 40% higher than any other country, and there are somewhere between 25 and 50,000 failed back surgery cases every year. In 1995, the United States Department of Health and Human Services released a report which they evaluated all the major treatments for back pain. Here's some of what the report had to say about surgery. Quote, Little difference in long-term outcomes at 4 and 10 years. Quote, some patients appear to be more disabled after surgical treatment than before. Why? Aside from the risks, why doesn't surgery work? Again, here's Dr. Daniel Boudreau to explain.
Spinal surgery permanently changes the spine, leaving it less flexible than it was before the surgery. Therefore, the vertebrae and the discs adjacent to the surgical site are subjected to increased stress and are routinely forced to move beyond their normal range of motion to compensate. As a result, they begin to break down, wear out, and eventually exhibit the same symptoms as the site that was operated on. For that reason, it could be said that surgery, even when apparently successful, doesn't solve the problem. Rather, it moves the problem. And within 3 to 5 years, patients often need more surgery. Furthermore, surgical patients run the risk of infection, paralysis, and death, and the recovery can take upwards to 6 months or even longer. Don't get me wrong, there are certainly cases where surgery is the best and only option. But to quote an old passage from medical school, first, do no harm. As a physician, it's my duty to exhaust all the more conservative options like this treatment first, before subjecting the patient to an extremely risky procedure like surgery. This treatment is an extremely effective and much safer option for back pain patients that qualify.
All it takes is a phone call to find out more about spinal decompression therapy. One simple phone call. What do you have to lose? Call the number on your screen now and get you or that loved one with back pain on the road to recovery.
I probably recommend this process more than anybody. I'm probably their biggest advocate. I've told every friend that I have that has back pain, you've got nothing to lose. Everybody that I've talked to there seems to have gotten relief from the process. So I feel very comfortable in recommending it. And I don't recommend a lot of things easily, but this I do recommend.
If anyone out there is questioning whether or not they need to pursue treatment for their back pain, I definitely recommend spinal decompression. The staff is friendly, the therapy is easy, you're able to get in and out in a timely fashion, and you feel great afterwards. It will give your life back, and it gave me mine back.
It really makes me feel good to know that by offering this treatment, I'm practicing safe as well as effective medicine. And it's rare to find a treatment that's this safe. The whole reason I went into medicine was to help other people. I've helped more people by offering this treatment than I ever did by doing surgery. I've treated over 5,000 patients with this procedure without a serious complication. That's more than I can say about surgery. That's more than anyone can say about surgery. Surgery is a very serious procedure with its inherent complications. Even if everything goes well, surgery could still leave you in the same or even worse condition. I've seen countless people who have had 2, 3, even 4 surgeries on their lower back, and they're still in pain. They're trying desperately to find some pain relief. That's what this treatment provides. I know because I prescribe it to my patients with back pain. I predict that someday this treatment will be required even before discussing back surgery. If your condition is so severe that our treatment cannot help you, you can certainly try surgery. But if you have surgery and it doesn't work, the surgery might disqualify you from getting our treatment. Any patient who is contemplating back surgery should look into having this treatment first.
Thank you for watching Back Pain Breakthrough. We've now provided you with the information to understand why you have low back pain, why many conventional treatments don't work, and how this new treatment targets the underlying cause of back pain and eliminates it. Call us day or night for more information. There's no reason to suffer anymore.